وقال الذين كفروا لولا نزل عليه القرآن جملة واحدة كذلك لنثبت به فؤادك ورتلناه ترتيلا ولا يأتونك بمثل إلا جئناك بالحق وأحسن تفسيرا.
الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. I begin by praising Allah Azza wa Jal, sending His peace and blessings upon the last and final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. As to what follows, inshallah ta'ala, we shall be looking into the Tafseer of Surah Quraysh in this session. And in this surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions 4 verses. He says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions 4 short verses, and this is why this surah is considered as one of the shortest surahs in the Quran. And this surah is also a Meccan surah. And before we go into the surah itself, we have to understand, as many scholars of tafsir have said, that this surah is connected to the surah which comes previous to it, which comes before it. And the surah which comes before it is the surah which is known as Surah Al-Fil, or the surah that is known as Alam Tara Kayfa Fa'ala Rabbuka bi Ashabil Fil. And both these surahs are connected. And it is because of this connection that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He begins this surah by saying لِإِيلَافِ Quraysh, for the Ilaf of Quraysh. What do we mean for the Ilaf of Quraysh? We can understand it completely by understanding the previous surah. In the previous surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He speaks about those people who came to destroy the Kaaba, those people who came to destroy the city of Mecca. The king who was known as Abraha, who came with his army of elephants to destroy the city, to destroy the Kaaba. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prevented him from doing so, prevented his army from doing so. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after mentioning that incident in that surah, He then mentions لِإِيلَافِ Quraysh, for the Ilaf of Quraysh. What do you mean by Ilaf? The word Ilaf, it means to gather and to unite. It means to gather and to unite. And based on this, the scholars have given 2 interpretations for this verse. The first of which is that it refers to the way in which the Quraysh were gathered and united with peace and security, with safety and security inside their city. So if we combine both the surahs, what it means is Allah prevented the army of Abraha from destroying the Kaaba for the safety and security of Quraysh. Another meaning is that it refers to that which they used to gather for their trade and business, that which they used to gather and collect for their trade and their business. So if we combine both the surahs, we understand that the army of Abraha was prevented from destroying the Kaaba and destroying the city of Mecca, so that they are able to seek out a living, so that they are able to gather their things for their trades, for their trading and for their business, so that they are able to carry out their business activities. And this was their only livelihood, so that they can earn a living. They were not farmers, because the city of Mecca, as we know, it has no greenery, it had no vegetation. So the only way they can earn a livelihood is through trading and business. And this is similar to how Ibrahim alayhi salam described the city of Mecca. He said, إِنِّي أَسْكَنْتُ مِنْ ذُرِّيَّتِي بِوَادٍ غَيْرِ ذِي زَرْعٍ عِنْدَ بَيْتِكَ الْمُحَرَّمِ. He said, I have placed my family in a valley which is devoid of any vegetation, which is devoid of any greenery. عِنْدَ بَيْتِكَ الْمُحَرَّمِ, yani close to your sacred house. Close to your sacred house, yani the Kaaba. So Mecca was a land which was barren, had no vegetation, and so they would go out of Mecca for trading, as we shall see later on in the next verse. And they were able to gather their items They were able to gather their requirements with safety and security. And so Allah says, we protected them from that army and we protected them from others as well, so that they're able to carry out their business activities. لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف. إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف. And this refers to their journeys that they used to make during the winter and the summer. Their journeys with the intention of business and trading. In the summer, in the winter they used to go to Yemen. In the winter they used to go to Yemen for trading. And in the summer they would go to Sham or Syria for trading. Syria used to be very cold in the winter. It used to be, the winters of Syria used to be very severe and cold. And so they would not go to Syria for trading during the winter. So during the winter they would go to Yemen. And during the summer they would leave to Syria for trading. So we protected them from the army of Abraha so that they are able to carry out their business activities. إِلَافِهِمْ رِحْلَةَ الشِّتَاءِ وَالصَّيْفِ فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. And because of this protection that you were given, because of this protection which you were given, what were the Quraysh told to do? They were told to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. And worship the Lord of this house. And worship the Rabb, yani the owner of this house, the master of this house. Now, the Quraysh, when they used to travel for their journeys, they were protected from the harms of other people, bandits, highway robbers and thugs and other people. They wouldn't harm the Quraysh. Whenever bandits used to come thinking about looting the caravan of Quraysh, the people in the caravan, they would shout, "We are from Quraysh, we are from Quraysh." And immediately the people, the bandits, the thieves, they would leave Quraysh alone. They would not harm them. And this is why some of the other tribes also used to go along with Quraysh for the purpose of trading, because they will also be afforded the same level of security and protection. And why weren't they harmed? They weren't harmed because the Arab tribes, they used to honor Quraysh. They used to consider them the guardians of the Kaaba, the custodians of the Kaaba. And so because of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. All of the honor that you are getting is because of this house. Because you have the people who are dwelling in this city and being custodians of this house. And you are looking after the pilgrims who come to this house. So all of this is because of this house. So if that is the case, then you have to direct your acts of worship to the Lord of this house, not to anybody else. The status that you enjoy today within society, within the tribes, is because of this house. So worship the Lord of this house, the owner of this house, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَلْيَعْبُدُوا رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ الَّذِي أَطْعَمَهُمْ مِنْ جُوعٍ وَآمَنَهُمْ مِنْ خَوْفٍ. الَّذِي أَطْعَمَهُمْ مِنْ جُوعٍ وَآمَنَهُمْ مِنْ خَوْفٍ. And the Lord of the house is the one who gave them provision when they were hungry, who fed them when they were hungry. الَّذِي أَطْعَمَهُمْ مِنْ جُوعٍ وَآمَنَهُمْ مِنْ خَوْفٍ. And He protected them from fear. He secured them when they felt fear in their hearts. Whenever any fear came to them, they were granted protection. They were granted safety. They were granted security. وَآمَنَهُ مِنْ خَوْفٍ. The Lord of the house is the one who is feeding you and giving you protection. So worship the Lord of this house. أَطْعَمَهُ مِنْ جُوعٍ وَآمَنَهُ مِنْ خَوْفٍ. Protection. And this is similar to another place where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَلَمْ يَرَوْا أَنَّا جَعَلْنَا حَرَمًا آمِنًا وَيُتَخَطَّفُ النَّاسُ مِنْ حَوْلِهِمْ. Do they not see how we made this haram a place of security, how we made this place a sanctuary, وَيُتَخَطَّفُ النَّاسُ مِنْ حَوْلِهِمْ, and people all around them were being snatched away. The Quraysh were protected because of their status. All of the other tribes did not enjoy this safety and security. They did not enjoy this level of safety that the Quraysh were afforded, that the Quraysh were given. So it is because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they were given this protection, they were given this honor. And so it is only right that they had to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so in conclusion, my dear brothers and sisters, this is a reminder for Quraysh. This surah completely is a reminder for Quraysh about the various blessings that they were given and not to be ungrateful for their blessings. By worshipping others besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they were actually being ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we show our gratefulness with words of thanks, with words of gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and also through the acts of worship. And so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told them to worship the Lord of the house and not others besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So while it is a reminder for Quraysh, while it was a reminder for Quraysh and for the Arabs of that time, it is also a reminder for us not to take our blessings for granted. We have to show the gratitude. We have to show our gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by words of thanks, by words of gratitude, and also by our actions, also by our ibadah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the word ibadah in the surah, فَلْيَعْبُدُوا. And ibadah refers to everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves and is pleased with. Everything. From the actions of the heart, from the actions of the tongue, and actions of the limbs. Everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He also gave an example of those people who were given, example of a city, who were given everything that they desired. But then they were ungrateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removed their favors from them. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, وَضَرَبَ اللَّهُ مَثَلًا قَرْيَةً كَانَتْ آمِنَةً مطمئنة يأتيها رزقها رغدا من كل مكان فكفرت بأنعم الله فأذاقها الله لباس الجوع والخوف بما كانوا يصنعون. نعم بما كانوا يصنعون, because of that which they did. And what does this mean? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and Allah provides for you an example. وَضَرَبَ اللَّهُ مَثَلًا قَرْيَةً كَانَتْ آمِنَةً مُطْمَئِنَّةً يَأْتِيهَا رِزْقُهَا رَغَدًا مِنْ كُلِّ مَكَانٍ. And Allah gives you an example of a city which كَانَتْ آمِنَةً مُطْمَئِنَّةً, it was safe and secure, with tranquility within themselves. Safe and secure. آمِنَةً مُطْمَئِنَّةً يَأْتِيهَا رِزْقُهَا رَغَدًا مِنْ كُلِّ مَكَانٍ, and rizq came to it from all corners of the globe. رِزْقُهَا رَغَدًا مِنْ كُلِّ مَكَانٍ فَكَفَرَتْ بِأَنْعُمِ اللَّهِ. And they were ungrateful with that which Allah provided for them. They were ungrateful for the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what happened? فَأَذَاقَهَا اللَّهُ لِبَاسَ الْجُوعِ وَالْخَوْفِ بِمَا كَانُوا يَصْنَعُونَ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He made them taste something of hunger, made them taste something of fear because of that which they did. So being ungrateful for the favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being sinners while Allah increases His blessings upon us, is one of the surest ways in which the blessings get removed. So we have to be thankful and show our gratitude often to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by our words and also by our actions. So with this we conclude. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept this from us and from you. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's forgiveness for any shortcomings. If anything right was said, it was from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if any wrong was said, then it was from myself and from the shaitan. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's acceptance and admittance into paradise without any iqab, without any punishment, without any accounting. And with this we conclude. Wa akhir da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُّدَّكِرٍ